Welcome to The Abundance Journey, the show that helps spiritual entrepreneurs create an abundance mindset that accelerates revenue. Secretly, everything you experience in your life is actually abundance. Once you understand how to activate abundance, you find yourself in flow with your business and clients, so it's easy to create the revenue you want. The Abundance Journey is the only show that activates abundance for you, so you enjoy rapid results in your business. Here's your host, the Abundance Ambassador, Elaine Starling.
Did you know that there are 3 different ways you can impact your financial abundance? Yeah, 3 main options. The first one, make more money. That's the one everybody knows about. That's the one everybody thinks about the most. The second one is to save more money. And the third one is to keep more money. Well, I am absolutely delighted to have our guest today because she handles 2 out of the 3 for you. She helps you save more money and keep more money. Jenia Serebrin is a passionate tax accountant who firmly believes that numbers are easy and taxes can be fun. It's not the word I usually use when it comes to taxes, but God bless her. I am so glad there's somebody out there who loves doing taxes. She's got a master's of science in taxation. So Jenia manages an accounting and tax practice in Los Angeles, helping individuals and businesses navigate the financial side of their ventures. Jenia is a firm advocate in the power of mindset and perception in shaping one's business outcomes. She emphasizes that intention and mindset can attract success and wealth. Changing how you view your finances can alter the trajectory of your business. As the founder of the Abundance Summit, Unlock the Power of Your Mind to Attract Wealth and Success, Jenia strives to help people improve their relationship with money. She understands that money plays a crucial role in everyone's life. And there are a lot of complex relationships with it that cause stress and negative energy. Well, through this free online summit that she's put together every year, Jenia and a diverse group of experts share insights on quantum energy, the law of attraction, and financial mindset to empower attendees to embrace abundance, gratitude, and empowerment when it comes to their finances. Jenia, I am so thrilled and grateful that you had the time to join us today. Thank you.
Of course, Elaine, thank you so much for having me today. I am honored to be here and talk about my passion and share that passion with everybody who is listening.
Yeah, when it comes to taxes, it's really funny because I don't usually think about passion and taxes. You're forcing me to think a little bit differently, go beyond my usual comfort zone, which is awesome. It's a sign of growth, right? And it's so good when you bump up against these little areas where you feel resistance. That means the divine is setting you up to grow again. So thank you, because you're really empowering my growth. Now, obviously, you've got a different relationship with taxes than I do. What got you started on this journey? Why are you so passionate about helping people with their finances and taxes?
Well, it's a long and it's also at the same time a short story. I am an immigrant from Russia. I am a mom of 2 kids. I also came here with the big desire to, get my American dream and do something amazing with my life. And I realized that as a trained interpreter in America, there is a lot of interpreters who are much better than I am. So, however, okay, what else? What are my other options? I looked around and my ex-husband had businesses. So I was like, okay, I'm really good at this. Numbers are easy because my dad made sure that all 5 girls of his know how easy to do mathematical stuff if you actually know the foundation, the core idea, right? So I started doing bookkeeping. I started doing the management for the companies. And at some point, I even had the job downtown LA managing the accounting department for the attorney's office. And then I realized, okay, so numbers are right there. Financials are right there, but something is missing. And what was missing is one time we got a notice from the agencies, from IRS, FTB, doesn't matter. And my ex-husband was like, oh, honey bunny, don't worry about that. It's very easy. It's like, I've done that. I know what's going on. But for me, just probably the same way for you guys, it was a shock. something happened. I don't know what happened. I did, maybe I did make a mistake or something that I cannot explain. And being type A, he said, okay, well, oh, panic, right? So that gave me a lot of insight, as my dad raised us go-getters. There is nothing there. You cannot figure it out. As long as you pay attention, go do the research, and you'll be just fine. So it turned out that taxes are actually easy if you go in, open up a little bit, get a master's degree. It was so much fun. Within a year and a half, I got this degree. I had a lot of fun because I had an intention. I knew that working for somebody else was a dead end. That's the biggest intention ever. I knew that if I wanted my American dream, I needed to do something more. And that something more was taxes for me. I don't know what it is for you. It's for me. It was taxes. It was organizing. It was making sure that your financials are all nice and clean. And I know it sounds so weird. And like, it's fun because when you balance the tax return, you are just like getting this, you acknowledge your commitment. You just like, yeah, I did it.
That is awesome.
Like, it's a competition with yourself.
It's like a puzzle. It's like a game, right?
Puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah. And you've got all the pieces there. And so you know how to fit them together. And it's very satisfying to have that quick picture come to life for you, because I'm familiar with numbers too. Both of my parents were PhDs in math, and they love talking numbers, and they were talking theorems and big, differential equations, and not the practical nuts and bolts like finances and taxes and all that kind of stuff. I found it really funny when you said it was so fun and easy. All I had to do was get a master's. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't really want to get a master's. But the other thing that I heard from you, I don't know if you're familiar with the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, talking about how you have so many more options when you work for yourself and you're an entrepreneur, and you can create multiple revenue streams. So obviously, your awareness of what was going on with your husband's different businesses and then the businesses that you worked for prompted your delight and commitment to creating your own company, which is fabulous, because I know that you're transforming a lot of other people's businesses by helping them understand their finances and their taxes in a completely different way so that they truly are generating abundance. Now, that leads me to my next question, because obviously this is called the abundance journey, and no two people define abundance exactly the same way. So with your finance and taxation hat on, I want you to explain to us, what does abundance mean for your clients?
Oh, that's a good question. I actually, when you were talking about, and I was about, my brain was like, well, she's going to ask what abundance is for you. So automatically the brain is like, well, this is it. And boom, you just rerouted me to a different direction. As you mentioned, I am hosting the Abundance Summit. And which is so out of the picture because I'm a tax accountant. I am in a way in this box, and I realize that I get a lot of small businesses, and I look at their financials and I see, okay, these are two business owners, same industry, pretty much could be on the same street, the businesses, the brick and mortar, same street. One is doing really well and the other one is not so well. So I started looking into that, and I was like, okay, so what is that? What's about this one that is flowing, and he's always on the go, he's always calls and like, hey, how are you doing? How's my favorite tax girl, or something like this. And the other one is sort of kind of literally hiding from me, right? So the first thing when it comes down to abundance in my clients, it's abundance of understanding in the mindset. I am committed to be an entrepreneur and take my business to the next level, whether it's talking to my tax accountant or to my bookkeeper on a daily basis or weekly basis, or actually sit down and come in and kind of say, okay, so I know you won't be happy, and I did something, but I know you're going to figure it out. It's all about the desire, the intention to, okay, I screwed up here, but now I want to go to the clean page. Let's help me. So these are the mindsets. These are the entrepreneurs who actually take their businesses to the next level. And the way they look at everything, oh, don't worry, I know you can help me figure it out. And what I'm going to be focusing on generating more income, on going out there and making sure that what I do is driving the whole business up. So I'm in a good mood. And you, with your bookkeeping mind and taxes, you will just like, tell me how to do and what to do. And I don't want to even think about this because I know I have trusted in you. I know that you're going to do the best. And I know that when time comes, you give me the financials and I look at this like, okay, we did it. So it's all goes back to the mindset. I'm a business owner. I know the game. I want to play the game. I want to play the game in integrity, transparency, and I want to be in compliance. You are the part that makes it all in compliant, like drive me to that way. And I am going to sit and have so much fun with my passion.
You're really talking about creating freedom. You're freeing your clients up to do what they do best and what they love to do. So the things that they don't really want to pay attention to, finances, taxes, they're partnered with an expert who can keep them safe and keep them going. It kind of, again, it reminded me of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You're that extra layer that's helping them see what they can leverage, because that's what the book's all about. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is all about leverage. And I just read a book that's pretty recent. It's called Unreasonable Hospitality. Unreasonable Hospitality. And it's written by a guy who has a 4-star restaurant in New York City. And it's the whole journey and the team and the insights that they learned in how to create an incredibly memorable, rich, and rewarding experience for every single person who came in the door. And it wasn't just for their clients. It was also for everybody who worked in the restaurant, anyone associated with the restaurant. And this energy, this vibe, it's just so hard to articulate. But when you grasp that, when you understand that secret sauce, and yes, mindset's a part of it, and intention is definitely a huge part of it. He talks about intention in his book too. Mm-hmm. Everything shifts for you when it's not just about the bottom line and how much money can I make and how much can I say. No, that is an outcome that happens. And if you want the most and the best outcome while having the best time of your life, that is when you adopt these behaviors that ensure it's an incredibly rich and rewarding experience for everybody involved.
The life of an entrepreneur can be so much fun, or it can be so exhausting. And it's up to you to pick. It's your choice.
It really is. It really is. And that kind of leads me to my next question, because obviously there are certain challenges or symptoms that your clients are having before they start working with you. And what would we need to look to that goes, uh-oh, I need to give Jenny a call?
I think once you decide to work or find somebody, you're going to find that person who is going to be in alignment and complete match with you. And the way I look at it, and it's supposed to be easy. Everything in your business, in your life, every way it's supposed to be easy. And let me just interpret it easy. When you wake up, you're so, I am ready, the world. You are my oyster. I'm ready to just go and get it. In a way, just it's going to be win-win for everybody. Right. So if it's a win-win for me and win-win for you, I have so much energy. I can do whatever it takes. I am in the committed action, and I create that abundance for myself, for my community, for the whole world. So one day, all of you guys going to wake up and you're going to realize I cannot grow my business without taking care of that little thing. And I always give an example of a baby. Your business is your baby. It's the most amazing thing. And every time when somebody new comes in into my office and says, I want to start a business, I was like, yes, thank you. Go for it. I believe in you. You can make it happen. It's your baby. And when it comes down to a baby can do other things other than be nice and sleep and smile and giggle, right? There is a dirty diaper, usually. Always, 100%. The same way in business. If you keep that diaper dirty, and I mean like messy financials, or you just pretend, ooh, that's a very familiar. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen, and nobody's gonna find out that. But that's not completely the point. You want your baby to be healthy and clean and nice and compliant and grow. You gotta take care of the diaper.
Yeah, absolutely. And you made me remember something that happened for me personally. I had a different company before I started this one, and I was making really good money during the .com days, and I had a sole proprietor business. Well, I partnered up with a really brilliant tax person who explained the value of me establishing a C corporation and changing the timing of my tax year. And once we did that, he actually went back and refiled old taxes and got us tens of thousands of dollars back that we didn't have to pay in taxes, but we didn't know because we are not tax experts, me and my husband, And so partnering with somebody, like I said, you can make more money, you can save more money, or you can keep more money. And hopefully it's a combination of all three. And if you're like me as an entrepreneur, I was so dedicated to just making the money that I left a lot of money on the table. I let a lot of money go by mistake when I could have kept it and saved it instead, if only I'd known what to do. And having that intention of living your best life and contributing your gifts and making a magical difference for everybody you meet, that is definitely the starting point, because that fire that you feel is incredibly attractive to people that you want to work with and collaborate with. And you attract the perfect partners who reinforce your skill set. I am not a financial and tax wizard, so I definitely need somebody like a Jenia to make a difference in my life and in my business. So don't think you have to do it all on your own. That's another thing that entrepreneurs often run into. It's like, no, I've got to be in charge of everything. You're not in charge of everything. One of the biggest reminders I get all the time is you are in partnership with the divine. Okay. The whole idea is you set your intention, which is what you want to create and how you want to feel and how you want other people to feel through this creation while you're building it and the final experience too. That's your intention. Okay. It's not just about you. It's about everybody else too. You set that intention and you're in cahoots with the divine. You're in partnership with the divine. So they understand what your needs are. And once you've defined that, it's really easy to start taking action towards that dream, towards that vision, and other people want to play with you too. So everything starts to grow and expand exponentially, far beyond anything you could do on your own, because you are divinely guided to everything you want to create in your life. I know I'm going off on a monologue. Sorry, but you're prompting all these ideas and things that are so important for us to understand. And as entrepreneurs, often we think it's just about the bottom line. It's not. It's about that rewarding experience that we create through the products and services that we provide and how we make other people feel. That is the massive, massive difference. Now, Jenia, I always notice one of my favorite quotes: what we see in the world is a reflection of what is unseen in ourselves. So there's always something I notice that has to shift internally before our external world starts to go the way we want it to. What have you noticed really needs to shift with your clients before they start to see the progress thereafter?
I guess it's going to be, I get to shift something in me that's going to shift something in my clients so they can go and shift something in their world. So since it's working this way and you literally just said that, I guess so where I'm going is stop hiding, be visible, and have so much fun with what I'm doing passionately. Talk about numbers, talking about taxes. It's not about taxes. It's not about money. It's not about anything. It's about living in your truth, providing, you guys probably know that sometimes you are half happy or half abundant, right? So And you have abundant because you know on the back of your hand and like in the back of your head that, oh, I haven't filed taxes for the last 3 years. Oh, I haven't done this. Or in my life would be like, oh, I missed the game for my kid or something like that because I was doing the taxes or something like this. So every time when I shift something in my life, like I work less, but I'm more productive. I delegate more and focus on the bigger game. What's the bigger game for me? For me to go out there and shift the mindset for boss ladies out there who, for some reason, believe that men can do more and they're more. They can take on more risk. They can understand better taxes. And they could be so much better at this business game than ladies. And we are the ones who are just sitting and enjoying in the back. No, no, no. So female energy brings a lot of calmness and peace and win-win, which means that it's a business game. We are the best at taking care of our babies, which means the diapers. Financials are so much easier with this calm energy when women come in and actually say, oh, I can do that. I don't need to actually do bookkeeping because there are people that I can delegate to. I do always invite my clients to understand the essence of the financials because that's your story, that the story of your business, right? So when I personally inside every day change my mindset and my intention for today was to have just so much fun. So when you look around and like, numbers are so much easier when you're thinking that numbers are easier, right? There is so much niceness in the world when you focus on that. When I do that myself, I attach and I attract and I don't even care what other people think. That's the most important part. But I get so much people or reactions, and I get invited to the summits, I get invited to some talks, I just get invited to do what I am enjoying doing at this moment. And I don't know if I answered your question because I also
did.
a tangent.
No, you absolutely did, because what I heard you say is that your clients have to have a positive internal belief about themselves, about their business, that they deserve this freedom, that they deserve this financial abundance, that they can experience this financial abundance, that they can figure it out. It's all about a combination of being capable, which means you have the skills, the strengths, the abilities to do it, and resourceful, which means you partner with people, tools, things to help you get things done. And you don't have to have all the answers in the moment. That's not the point. The point is you can figure it out. Like you were saying earlier, there is nothing that you can't ultimately wrap your head around, and even better, put a fabulous team together to help you get where you want to go. Your main job as an entrepreneur is to have a vision for your business of the incredibly rewarding experience that you're creating, not just for yourself, but also for your clients and for all the vendors that you are collaborating with. And when that comes into fruition, when you've designed that amazing experience, the revenue is unavoidable. It really is. The money just pours in, and you have more freedom and more fun than you ever imagined possible. That's what I heard you say. Whether that was what you said or not, that's what I heard you say.
No, that was 100% perfect.
Well, I was going to ask you another question because, you know, when we're first starting out, there are a few little baby steps that we have to take to start to get that financial juggernaut going in the right direction. So what are one or two little baby steps that you get your clients to focus on in the very beginning?
Well, the beginning would be, what exactly do you want? Like, what do you want? And I'm talking about, you don't have to know how it's going to happen, but you need to know what you want. Let's say you go to the store and there is an aisle with a cereal. That's where my brain gets frozen completely. Number one, I have no idea which to pick. I have no idea. And if I don't get a picture from my son or from my boyfriend that what type of cereal they want, there's no way for me to find out. And And if they give me even the name, I would find the name and there is 20 varieties. So stop doing that. I kind of, sort of, hopefully want to get rich. I kind of, sort of want to be an entrepreneur. Awesome. Let's just decide that you want to, and you're going to become one. Okay, so you want to be an entrepreneur. Okay, what are your amazing skills? It doesn't matter what your skill is. You're going to figure it out. I also came here to become an amazing, badass interpreter. Right. And when I was 12, I wanted to be the teacher. So the way I look at my life right now, I embraced and put everything together. Now I teach you about tax, or about like how you need to think when you think about your business and in regards to your financials.
Yeah, it's amazing how things shift and how things change. And I heard something that you said that I think is really, really powerful. You have a superpower called choice. Right. You make a decision about what you want. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs are leery of making a decision because they think, oh my gosh, I'm going to be locked into this forever and ever and ever. No, you're not. You do want to hold the course for a month so that you can make sure that this is truly going to work for you, and you give it honest to goodness effort to make it happen. But you've got clear benchmarks of what you want to achieve in your business and what you want to experience in your life. And that is the foundation for everything that you want. So absolutely, that is a brilliant place to start. And you mentioned a free gift that can help us get on that track to the progress that we're after. Could you tell us a little bit about your gift?
Of course. So my team and I created the wealth thermometer for you guys to see where you are with your finances. And it's easy, it's fun, it's just for you. By the way, if right now for a second you got the fear feeling somewhere, oh, where am I with my finances? Awesome, let's go take that quiz. It's 10 questions, less than 60 seconds, and you get the result. When you get the result, you're like, okay, great. Like we say in the numbers world, now you have that beginning start, ground zero. If let's say you are doing really, really on the other side of being awesome, which is great, it's just the feedback, you can do something better. Now that's when this amazing option as the choice comes in. By the way, let's just remember, if you're not making a choice, you are making a choice.
Yeah, absolutely. That is really powerful. Thank you for that reminder, because it's so true. You think you're avoiding things by not making a deliberate choice. Well, that non-choice is a choice, and it's a default choice that 9 times out of 10 does not serve you. So you're much better off making a deliberate choice, an informed, educated choice, and then measuring your progress towards your goals. Absolutely. Well, Jenia, one of the things that we always do here at the Abundance Journey, we love to turn the tables on our guests. So what can we do to support you?
Okay, that's a very unexpected question. Thank you for that. So, and by the way, this is me learning to receive and ask for help. So very interesting for me to notice that I am the one who's supposed to save the world and make your financials to be clean, and you remove that fear of IRS and all that good stuff. However, I cannot do that without you. So I am asking for for you to actually start thinking about this, thinking about, oh, I know that I have a bookkeeper, I have the tax person, I only talk to them once a year after the fact. Go and talk to them. If you are interested in learning more what I do, you can always find me at jeniaserebrin.com. I'm on Facebook, and Elaine is going to send an email. But I would be delighted to hear your feedback on little things that we mentioned with Elaine here, like how can you do it? And I believe firmly that if you decide, the universe is going to start giving that to you. And again, if you decide, the universe is going to start giving it to you. And I'm saying one more time, if you decide not to do something about something, the universe is going to give you exactly what you're asking, but it's going to be the opposite of what you're actually wanting. So mindset is everything. Decide that you are powerful, decide that you are abundant, decide that you're wealthy, decide. And it's once you decide, you're going to find that awesome, amazing supporter, right? Somebody who is in finances, somebody who is like maybe in marketing, in sales, and you're going to grow your business. I cannot do that alone. I'd like to have entrepreneurs, especially women, no offense to men, but women who finally step up and say, that would be amazing if I am in this position to support more women. That would be amazing. Then feel it and let's go. The universe always provides something that we decide to have. And I always bring this example of the parking spot. If you go somewhere, let's say, I don't know, some kind of mall, and you already know that it's impossible to find that parking spot, guess what? You're going to give up and you won't find that parking spot. If you decide, oh my God, it's amazing driving around the parking lot for like 5 minutes, you will find that parking spot. Always think about this. Always remember, I start my business and there is always a success for me. Maybe not in this shape yet, but I'm going to evolve. I'm going to make choice here and there, and there's going to be a perfect spot for me. So just thank you. That's all I have.
No, that's awesome, Jenia. And you are modeling what so many of us struggle with, because we're so used to helping other people, right? And then when somebody turns the tables and go, well, what can I do for you? We're usually going, I don't know. Yeah. So absolutely.
Help you.
Exactly.
I think help you.
Exactly. It's that. And I'm going to tell people one of the key things you can do is connect with Jenia on social media. And if you're interested, she's got some information about how you can access the Abundance Summit, and you can watch some of the recordings. And I'm one of the featured speakers. So yeah, definitely check it out, because this can shift everything for you. You know, Jenia, you did not make my life easy, because I'm going to do this segment now called Activate Abundance. And I have to pick one of the many, many, many brilliant things you said. And this is going to be tricky. This is going to be really tricky, but I got it. I'm going to do this thing. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. So are you ready to activate abundance in every single area of your life? Well, you can get in flow with your business and your clients. It's as easy as you can imagine to create the kind of revenue you really want in your business. You can join me for the Abundance Journey 6-week training and coaching program that help you turn your problems into prosperity. Just visit theabundancejourney.com to sign up for our next adventure. Man, I learned something new every day, and Jenia was amazing. So it's time to activate abundance. And step one is always gratitude. Like I said, I get to learn new things, and I notice resistance comes up for me. Every time I think about finances and taxes, it's like, I want to go hide under the bed. But there are people out there who love finances and taxes. God bless them. I am so grateful that these people exist in this world. And it was wonderful to have a conversation with Jenia about it, because her excitement, her passion is so contagious. And here, English is a second language for her. And she's incredibly articulate and charming and dynamic and compelling. This was a great conversation. So I'm really grateful for that inspiration and that reminder. Now, the second step is to acknowledge something you heard that is an aha for you, a light bulb moment for you. And one of the things that she said that was so powerful, she was talking about, what does abundance mean for her clients? And she said, an abundance of understanding. I thought that was so magnificent, an abundance of understanding. And then she elaborated on that a little bit, because she was talking about, it's not just understanding the numbers, the nuts and bolts of your business. It's understanding your relationship with your business partners, like your financial person and your tax accountant. You know, those people can actively contribute to the bottom line by helping you save and keep more money. But you have to be in dialogue with them. You have to collaborate with them actively on an ongoing basis every month. And that was like a wow, mind blown. Step 3 is to appreciate the difference it can make in your life. It's not all on you. How cool is that? In fact, the whole purpose behind putting together this team of experts to support you in your entrepreneurial business is it gives you total freedom to focus on your passion, on the thing that you love to do for your clients. How fabulous that you can have this incredible relationship with collaborative, supportive partners who can help you get where you want to go. It's not all on you. Whoa, that was really key. Step 4 is to activate abundance. Now, there are a few different ways that you can activate abundance. You can pull out your calendar and schedule time to meet with these people who are on your team, or start interviewing people so that you put a team together that gives you more freedom. That's a key thing. And that's where I'm going to focus, is making sure that I've got regular meetings every month with my team of advisors who can help me and guide me in my business so that it grows at a faster rate. Now, a couple of other ways that you could activate abundance. You could have a little physical trigger that reminds you of things to do. This isn't relevant for this particular one. Calendar is a much better choice. And the third option is to declare what you're going to do. Make a commitment with someone else. For example, make a commitment with your tax accountant on how often you're going to get together and what you're going to talk about and how you're going to collaborate together. I'm sure they've got some great ideas to help you. So that's step 4, how you activate abundance. Step 5, celebrate your progress. You're making progress. Isn't it awesome to know that it's not all on you? Isn't it fabulous when you understand that there are people out there who have your back, who will take away the burdens and the things that you're really resisting? They love it. So let them play. Let them enjoy the stuff that you don't enjoy and come together to create this incredibly rewarding experience for your clients. It shifts everything. This is so, so important, because one of the things Jenia said, I think she said this, you deserve a life you love. I totally agree with that. You deserve a life you love. And that's what this is all about. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time for the Abundance Journey.
You've been listening to the Abundance Journey Show with Elaine Starling. Visit theabundancejourney.com/podcast gifts to access today's gift, as well as gifts from our other guests. Tune in every week to activate abundance in your life and business. If something resonated with you, please share it with your friends so they can benefit too. Keep activating abundance, and we'll see you in the next episode.